Hello zusammen and welcome back to the channel. This is another chance for me to say something that I've really wanted to say for quite some time, and I'm really rather excited about this topic. Very recently, the German government finally passed the new citizenship law. Oh boy, it goes into effect on April 1st of this year, 2024, and yours truly is going to be right up there toward the front of the line applying for citizenship. This law is really important. In fact, it's a drastic rewrite over the way the law existed. It used to be that anybody who lived in Germany 7 years and had B1 language level and had been contributing to the German economy, meaning they were employed or had started a business here, they were allowed to apply for citizenship. 7 years is a long time. However, that law is now gone. They've shortened the time frame to 5 years. For some people, 3 years. Let me explain. For the 5 years, if someone who has been here and had a job or contributed to the economy, and who has a B1 language level, and who has a clean criminal record, is going to be eligible for citizenship. Now, before you fall off your sofa or you're out of your desk chair, whatever you're sitting on to watch this video, when I say a clean criminal record, you need to understand what I mean, because it's not what you're thinking. Under this law, a criminal record really only counts if you have committed a crime against democracy, if you have committed a crime against Constitution, or if you've committed some sort of hate crime against Jews, Muslims, women, what have you. It has to be a crime against democratic society. That's it. Not the run-of-the-mill crimes. Now, Justin and I had a very lengthy conversation. In fact, the conversation spanned several days. What is a run-of-the-mill crime? What is an average crime? Well, whatever that is, they're not holding it against you here, because keep in mind, Germany, as almost all of Central and Northern Europe, believe in resocialization. They believe in rehabilitation. So they're not holding a criminal record against you. So that's a key point. Now, I also mentioned that there is a new 3-year rule. The 3-year rule applies for anybody who has a high degree, meaning master's or doctorate, in a very specialized field, and who has reached the C1 language level. That's asking a lot. Let me take a second and explain to you the difference between the B1 and the C1 levels. In one of our very old videos, we explained the different levels of A1, A2, B1, B2, and C1, C2 language. A1 and A2 are the type of levels in which you are able to say, my name is. Where is the toilet? How do I get to the airport? Really simple things. Naming the days of the week, your numbers, what have you. Really simple stuff. The B levels, B1 and more so B2, is the level at which you can hold a really basic conversation. You can go to a restaurant and order your meal and maybe even joke with the waiter or waitress. It is the ability to rent a car. You can get through daily life. You can have a conversation. You can spend your whole day speaking German and get through German or daily life. I've been here almost 6 years, and at this point I'm at the B2 level going on to C1. I've actually taken the class for C1. I just haven't taken the test. And at this point, I'm conversationally fluent. I am comfortable in almost any circumstance at almost any level. And it took me 6 years to get there. So for someone to get to the B1 level within 5 years is so easy that if you don't do it, there's something wrong with you. I mean, like literally, there's something wrong. You've been hiding under a rock or something. B1, very easy to get to in 5 years. However, C1 in 3 years, and I'm really just now reaching the competent level of C1 after 6 years. I don't know how somebody could do it in 3 years. Can it be done? I'm sure. Maybe if you studied German in university in the United States, maybe if your grandparents were German and you were raised in their household in Minnesota. I don't know. I guess it can be done, but boy, you're talking something serious. Now, Let me also go back for just a second to the crime part, the criminal history. In order to apply for your citizenship, you're going to have to fill out a document that tells you that you need to submit a copy of your criminal record. Do it. As we say in every video, don't try to cheat. Don't try to talk your way around things. The German government is understanding. Really, just tell them the truth. If you lie, there's no fixing it. In fact, if you lie, they will probably prosecute you for perjury here in this country. They will, and deport you. So don't lie. Just tell them the truth. They're not going to hold it against you. Another thing you're going to have to apply for citizenship is your birth certificate. Now, you might think you need to get a certified copy. You don't. As crazy as that sounds, you just need the birth certificate. That's it. You're also going to have to take a citizenship test. The citizenship test is 33 questions drawn randomly from a pool of 310 questions that test your knowledge of the German culture, German history, and the German political system. That's it. Now, I've got a really good story about this that I'm going to make in another video, but this test is so easy to pass that if you fail it, kind of like not reaching B1, it's almost inexcusable. The questions are so easy, and you only have to get 50% of the questions right. And of course, there is a course that you can take here where you learn B1 and you learn the answers to these integration questions, which really anybody coming to Germany should do. It's only going to take you maybe 2 months to do that course. Do it. It's absolutely worth whatever you invest to do it. You're investing in your future. You're also going to be asked to provide your last 3 pay stubs in Germany. And the only purpose of that is to show that you can support yourself. Because, they don't need people coming over here and becoming citizens who are just going to be a drain on the social network or, the social support system. They don't need that. So get a job, do your 5 years, provide your last 3 pay stubs. Easy peasy. The next thing they're going to want is a copy of your, in English, your apartment contract, your rental agreement with your landlord. They're going to want a copy of that. And again, to show that you have a residence here, that you have the ability to pay to support yourself. And again, if you've been here 5 years, by the time you apply for citizenship, you've got it. So there's no excuse not to be able to provide that. Another thing you're going to have to provide is what's called a Meldebestätigung. And here in Germany, when you get a residence, you have to register that residence with the government so that the government knows where to send legal mail, like your tax return or your parking ticket, stuff like this. You're going to have to show you're going to have to show the Ausländerbehörde, the immigration office, that you have registered your residence. Well, if you already have a rental agreement and you already have 3 pay stubs, you've long since already filed for your Meldebestätigung. And so that's another document that is just crazy easy to give. And the final thing that you're going to have to provide along with your application, and this is going to be no surprise, is a color passport photo. That's ridiculously easy to get because if you've been here for 5 years, I guarantee you have been to a shopping mall, you've been to an airport, you've been to a train station where they have photo booths where you sit in it, you put in your, I don't even know what it costs, 5 euro in coins. You sit there, it takes your picture, prints them out. That's all you need. Literally. Now, I cannot remember how photographs are done in the United States for passport or your driver's license. I can't remember what the rules are, but Germany has very specific rules of how you can take photographs for your driver's license or your passport or your Ausweis, your identity document. And of course, you'll want to get it as recent as possible because that just makes sense. So all in all, the process for becoming a citizen is pretty darn easy here, in my opinion. And it only takes 5 years of coming over here and working. But hell, you're going to need 5 years just to get yourself on your feet and to get your life straightened out and moving in the right direction. So there it is. Now, I can tell you that, as I mentioned a minute ago, I've already reached 6 years. And so I've already begun the process of applying for citizenship. I've done several of the steps already, and I'm going to make separate videos as I do each one so that you can follow the process along. I don't need to make a video about how I got my birth certificate. You know how to do that. I don't need to make a video about how to get a photograph because you know how to do that. But the other things, I'll walk you through them, and it's pretty simple. So if you ever wondered if there was a path forward in Europe toward getting citizenship and not only building a life for yourself here, but setting down roots, permanent roots, the answer is absolutely yes. The answer is absolutely yes. And I'm living proof. Justin is living proof. His wife sitting behind the camera is living proof. Yeah, we can do this. Oh, my buddy Gus is living proof. My buddy David is living proof. And I could go on and on. It's happening over here. And the question is, do you want to be part of it? Or do you want to stay where you're at? Because if you're not happy with your situation, you can do something about it. And this is how it's done. There are definite concrete steps forward. So I hope you take this as an encouragement, and I hope you enjoy the videos that will follow this one on this subject. And if you have any specific questions, of course, if you want to join our discussion on Patreon on Sundays, you're welcome to do it. You're welcome to join us on Patreon. Until next time, my friends, be smart, be safe. Till next time. Tschüss.